All right, so we got the box out of the way, got some good details there, but I want to do a real quick review of the shoe. This is what I want to do. I want to kind of give my perspective of how I look at sneakers from a educational standpoint, just a learning standpoint, um, just from a standpoint of I don't want to get got with these fakes, especially if I'm buying resale. If I'm going to a sneaker store and I'm taking a look at something I want to trade out, and I want to get a good shoe for that trade, and then I look at it, so wait a minute, there's a few things that's off on this shoe. Maybe sometimes even some of your best sneaker people don't have eyes for. So let's take a look at this one. This one's definitely, like I said earlier, that's the Jordan paper on the floor. It's my Aggie hat on my Aggie. That's my Nike box that it came in. It was delivered in. Um, but basically, I mean, if you look at it, milky bottom, and you all see this. But one thing you're not gonna really see from a lot of YouTubers. Now, they say that the fakes have carbon fiber. Now, many of you who've been in the military or in law enforcement, you know a little bit about body armor. You know a little bit about carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is what's used for bulletproof vests and for stopping a bullet. And the reason why it stops a bullet is because these fibers, if you look right here, get detailed in there, that's woven fibers that have been, I guess, drenched in carbon. So it's like a black substance. Carbon is just like coal, if you ever seen coal before, from the country. So we used to burn coal in furnaces back in the day, or in a fire for in the wintertime. We used to have a big thing of coal. They don't really sell that anymore, but back in the day they did. But carbon is just coal enriched fibers. Then it has a layer that's put over it to merge them together or sync them together. And you see there's fibers intertwined, and each side, I don't know if you can see it, each one of these little white squares that are not dark, not black, you can see the pattern going from top to bottom, from here to here. And then you see the other one, it's woven from right to left, right? And this is a pattern that if you look at people who weave beddings and things like that, if your grandmother has some type of stuff she may have woven for you back in the day. They don't really do a lot of this anymore, but back in the day, my grandma used to make one of these for Christmas every year. Not one of these, but used to do a little what is it called, a blanket for all of her grandkids, and she would make this, and she'd take maybe a week or so to make it, different designs in each one of us. We still have those things, but she would do something similar to this, weave these little fibers together and kind of build an entire blanket of it. But that's how carbon fiber is made. The reason why I bring this up is because the fakes take a piece of plastic just like this, and they sand it down and put um, some type of chemical on it, and the chemical make these things raise up a little bit, kind of make it bubbly, and then they put like a fingernail polish type of chemical over the top of it. Now it's not over the entire sneaker bottom. Like this carbon fiber goes all the way from the midfoot all the way back here. That's why Jordan 11 is such a revolutionary shoe, because carbon fiber, you can bend it and bend it and bend it, but because of those fibers and because of that way it's made, it just keeps its shape. So it's the perfect thing to hug your foot. You can land and it keeps your foot pattern. Um, that's one of the reasons why Jordan, they put it in here. Tinker put it in here because it was a revolutionary design at the time and very expensive. Carbon fiber is not cheap. Um, so if you're getting an $80 pair of shoes, 9 times out of 10, it's not real carbon fiber because these things are not that cheap anymore. Now the rubber and all the rest of it, yes, but this is the most expensive thing in this shoe. Is this big? It's not even small. Like, look at that. Carbon fiber covers that whole, almost the whole foot with little pads in there. Now, sneakerheads, you already know this, but this is going for people who don't know. But anyway, when you see those fake carbon fibers, it looks so real. But the difference is, you take your fingers and start scratching it, the glue or whatever that substance they put on it starts coming up. And after a while, you wear it, this right here starts to get scratched up, peeling off, and then you start to see the real plastic underneath that fake carbon that they put in there. It's definitely fake. Real, I mean, anyone that has had a Jordan 11 and you wore the heck out of it, you would know the one thing that looks kind of pristine after a while, carbon fiber. Like I said, it's the most expensive part of a Jordan 11. If you don't know anything, know that. The most expensive part of this, more expensive than the patent leather, more expensive than the laces and these Jordans and everything else. The most expensive thing on a Jordan 11 is the actual unique and genuine carbon fiber. And that's just from a person that knows equipment. Bulletproof vest is not cheap because carbon fiber is not cheap. But anyway, yeah, just little things like that. Oh, one more thing. This indention right here. I got about 4 minutes. That indention. Make sure your shoes line up like that. You see that? The way the 2-3 is on the back right there, how it leans in. It looks kind of like an Abe Lincoln chin with a long forehead. Yeah, just like that. That's exactly how you want it to look. And the fakes, they're gonna be all over the place. They may even have it right on some, and some may not be right. But look how it's indented. It's pushed in. Not like your regular on top. This has been pushed in as a square. Perfectly angled square. And if you look at it, you see how it looks. All that the space right here. Let's see, make sure you get an angle. See, almost a finger length, top bottom. Almost the same from right to left. Definitely genuine. Definitely look at that. And then also, if you haven't heard it before, you always heard this before. These things gotta line up. And then look at the shape. You gotta look at the shape. This is a dead giveaway. When the base looks like this, and it's standing up, but the shoe looks like this, or it's got a slight lean to it. It's not sitting straight up. Like I don't have it sitting down, but you just look at it. The way it's perfectly lined up, because from my factory that's been making Jordans for years, this is easy. But from one that just started overnight and took a design and and a blueprint and try to remake it, they're gonna make a few mistakes. It's gonna lean like that or like that, but that's straight up. The wide base going up kind of looks like a pyramid almost, but if you look at it, that's the perfect shape it's supposed to be. And then this is what made the Jordan 11 anniversary very, very unique, because it took this curve right here. Let's see if I can get that. This curve right there. You see where it goes from here and it goes up. Then it makes that steep turn like that. Like that. Go back and look at your shoes or dead stock that you got, your Space Jams and your Concords and your Breads, and just look at that. And like I said, I'm in my 40s. Just turned 40 this year. So I was 95. I was 15 years old. So definitely, I was alive the day this thing was released. This is how it was when shoes first were released. That design, that curve right there. I wish I had another pair of shoes I can kind of show you. But that curve with a DAN, for you guys that don't really know, that's Jordan going right here. JODR. Wait. JORDAN. I know it looks weird because the JORDA, the R and the A looks the same, right? But it's not. That's supposed to be R, and that's supposed to be an A. And that's supposed to be an N, where it looks like a Z, right? But it's not. It's Jordan. J. The J doesn't look like a J, looks like an L or a half a C. But it's Jordan, JORDAN, right? Brain fart. But still, boom. 10 seconds. Leather. Look at the gloss inside of the leather. Just make sure you got that on there, fellas.